What to read? I'm Gerard Saylor from the LD Fargo Public Library in Lake Willis, Wisconsin. And right now I'm standing in the Muskego Public Library, the Murder and Mayhem Conference in Muskego. And here with me is Chris Grabenstein. Writes a number of different mystery series. He also does some horror books and a new book series for middle readers, which has actually been very popular.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun and a whole new world for me to meet middle grade readers. They come to book signings hugging the books over their hearts.
That's really good. Well, I'm a fan of the CPAC mysteries, which are
kind of look like CPAC a little bit.
I look like CPAC. CPAC, what's his motto they live by?
He will not. He lives actually by the West Point Honor Code, which is he will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those who do.
He's a real life Eagle Scout.
Yeah, he's an overgrown Eagle Scout. I have people calling him Dudley Do-Right, Eagle Boy Scout, Goody Two Shoes, which is an expression that Danny never understands because even bad people usually wear two shoes. Right.
And there's been 4 books.
4 books. There'll be Tilt-A-Whirl, Mad Mouse, Whack-A-Mole, Hellhole, and then next summer, 5th one, Mind Scrambler, will be coming out.
How many in this series do you think you're going to do?
23, I always think. That's how many McDonald did of Travis McGee books. I think he did 23, 27, so I would say.
Did you model your character after any characters that you've read in books that you liked?
Well, not characters in books. I really wanted to come up with a fresh character that we hadn't met in books yet, so people might want to read about somebody new. But I did model him on a military policeman who I met at a wedding who looked a lot like you, and his name was CPAC, spelled with 1 E. I also modeled him on my nephew, who was a Marine in the first Gulf War. So physically, he still has the haircut and the muscles and stuff. He's a firefighter now, and also a friend of ours who's a captain with the FDNY. Because I'm more like Danny, the narrator, who's always marveling at these heroic people. Like, how can someone run into a building that's on fire when everyone else is running out?
Yeah, it's the Mutt and Jeff character.
It is, yeah.
You got CPAC and then you have Danny the beach bum, who just kind of fell into the job.
And then, as much fun as the books progress, Danny's got more CPAC inside him than he realizes.
Yeah.
He's getting better.
He's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, he's grown up ever so slightly.
He started off, in the series, basically as a traffic cop.
Yeah.
And he was a driver for CPAC. Right. Because CPAC didn't want to drive after a
horrible incident over in Iraq, something that he was involved with, which actually made him give up his 12-year career with the military.
Yeah, he gave up. He had some bad PTSD going on.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then Danny he's become a full-time actual cop, not a summer cop, and he's becoming more and more professional.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So do you ever see him like being at the same kind of level? Because CPAC is like the leader, he's the mentor.
Yeah, it's a Watson Holmes situation I've got going on, where one's the super sleuth and the other one's sort of a step behind but catching up. I don't know if we'll ever catch up with him. In fact, I don't want Danny to get too much older because we'll lose some of the fun.
Keep him in time.
Yeah.
What about the newer series? It's on your webpage. It seems like you've been traveling around to a lot of different schools.
Yes, the middle grades. It's great. You go to schools and I do a little presentation with the kids and get them all excited about writing. I used to do improv. I do this improvisational game and get them excited. But they love a ghost story. I love getting scared.
And so you're encouraged to do a lot more of that.
Yeah, it's fun to go in there. There's a second one in that series coming out next August. Sort of leading up into Halloween. I found I got very busy around Halloween with the ghost stories. A lot of schools wanted me to come talk to kids about it.
Last question before
they're starting a meeting in there.
Yeah, that's going to be loud. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, how do you like to try to have a new book like every 6 months, like once a year?
I just
as often as you can get it out there?
I just love to write. So a lot of writers, say, I want to write. I can only write 1 book a year, but I guess because I spent all those years writing advertising, I have this discipline of I just love writing. So I typically write 3, only 2 get published, but there's like one I write that kind of either show it around and no one's that interested or
practice.
Yeah.
Take it back, polish it up.
Yeah, exactly. And they might come back again some other time. In fact, I just finished writing a whole other middle grade series. The first book in what would be another middle grade series that I gave to my agent. We'll see if anybody's interested.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Gerard Saylor from the LD Fargo Public Library. This is Chris Grabenstein. Excellent author to try out. And that's what's to read.